So if we're being completely honest, there is no bad and there's no ugly. It's just good in my opinion. Now, I guess you could say the bad is what I mentioned before, where I said I have a PlayStation 4. If you guys don't know the story, I'll make it really fast. I traded in my PS4 probably a year within PS5 when it first came out. Traded in the games. I had like $700, $800 worth of credit. Got a PS5. First one was defective. Switched it out. Second one's defective. A bunch of games that I purchased online, I never got the money back for it because of Sony's policy. So I said I wasn't going to play Sony anymore. But I ended up getting a PS4 recently for like $20 after I traded something in, like a tablet or something, to a pawn shop. So it was definitely worth the money, and it's a Blu-ray player. My wife plays it all the time. I'm sticking to PC, and I'm definitely sticking to the Switch when the next one comes out too. But anyway, back to Oblivion and these other games coming out for Bethesda, which I'm a huge Bethesda fan. It made sense for these games to probably come out strictly for Microsoft and PC Game Pass and not for PlayStation. It makes perfect sense. Like, why else? In order to become a contender, you need to be able to have first party games, and rather than creating them themselves, because let's be honest here, Halo has been dead for many years. It's not a bad series, but it is not a blockbuster like it used to be. And Bethesda still comes out with games that people love. They have a huge modding community a lot of times, especially for Fallout. You have, I'm sure they'll have Fallout mods. They'll have Oblivion remaster mods. They have, what's that game that just came out? Starfield mods already. It's like, that's what they're going to do. Now, I'm going to just show you the list. So it says right here, Oblivion remaster. It was originally set for 2022. I'm assuming they pushed that back and was more concerned about Starfield and other issues. That's what I'm waiting for. Now, if they add all the stuff that they have in the, like, I'm stuttering. I'm actually excited about this. Let me just say that my assumption is the Oblivion remaster, if they do the graphics from the ground up, I would not be surprised if they add elements into Elder Scrolls 6 into this game as a test run, just to see how well the public perception is. Now, what I will say about Starfield is what I really don't like about the game is that when you speak to people, it feels like the old Oblivion way, where you speak to someone, it goes into this first person face to face type of atmosphere, and it feels like you're talking to an NPC. You know how some games are just it feels really clear, the dialogue and how well it is. It's just a minor complaint. It's nothing serious, obviously. But if they do that in Oblivion remaster so that you'll be used to it, I don't mind it. Add houses, add being able to get a spouse, add love interest and all that type of stuff. I'm sure the modding community is really going to love that, and I love downloading those type of mods. So I look forward to it. Right here, this is the one game on this list outside of Elder Scrolls 6 that I'm looking forward to. Doom Year Zero. Don't care about DLC. I'll worry about that when it happens. After Doom Eternal, which was a really good game. Now, the original Doom, the remake, I think came out 2016 or something. I forget the exact year, maybe 2018, one of the two. That game was phenomenal in my opinion. It had a nice amount of speed to it and survival elements. Doom Eternal was much faster paced, and the upgrading system was, I'm not going to say that it was worse than the first one, but it did allow you to make more crucial choices to make sure, hey, do you want more bullets? Do you want health? Do you want this gun mod or do you want this? And so it forced you to kind of decide which gun you prefer using, and if you neglect another one, you have the option to do so. So I do look forward to Doom. That's not the best Doom description, I understand that, but I'm just talking about the parts that was really memorable to me. Obviously, the combat, the fatalities, the action, the platforming was pretty good. I'm not a huge platform fan in Doom games. Like, it just wasn't for me. I'm just here to rip and tear, but they did a really good job of, it wasn't so much puzzles, it was just more so using the upgraded abilities that you get to the fullest capacity, and then all the action kicked off the moment you got to the top platform. So I look forward to that. Fallout 3 Remaster. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really recall playing Fallout 3 like that. I played it. It wasn't really for me. I like the atmosphere of the whole cataclysmic city and just destruction and nuclear waste, but I'm more of a medieval type guy. So I was always playing Skyrim. I downloaded so many Skyrim mods that are officially through the actual, was it Legendary Edition or I forget what kind of edition it is that's on the PC. But the point is that I have probably 50, 60, 70, 80, I'm sure more mods than that on my game, to the point where I just test them just for the fun of it. Some work, some don't. If some are broken, I delete it and I keep on going. I really look for. If you hear that, that's my cleaning bot in the background. But I really do look out to playing Fallout Remaster, because if they decide to redo the graphics from the ground up, I'm here for that. Like, if they decide to make these games look like Starfield, all I ask for Bethesda is please make it where PCs can still play these games on low without having to buy a 2070 Super and 30 blah 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 and an $800, $1,600 video card. Make it realistic and optimized for normal people. I know that's asking for a lot, because most of your games are not optimized at all when it comes to Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Doom, I'm not too worried about. A sequel to Ghostwire Tokyo, don't care. I'm sure some people love that game. Good for you guys if you like the first one. Dishonored 3. I played Dishonored 1. I skipped 2. It just didn't really seem interesting to me. Dishonored 3, I don't know if that is a game that people are really looking for. Again, I don't follow the forums. To me, it feels like a little outdated in my opinion, just a combat Dishonored, because I did see 2. Well, technically I did play 2. I believe that's when you're the whatever the girl was from the first one, but you're grown up. But if it's good, it's good. I'll definitely give it a shot. The good thing about this is that I'm assuming all these games are going to be day one Xbox Game Pass titles. I will hope so. And if they are, then you know I'm here for it. And believe it or not, for you guys that don't know, do yourself a favor and play The Lies of P. Now, granted, that is on PS5. I know for a fact. I know it's on PC. I'm playing it on PC. I know it's on Game Pass. It's on Xbox. I actually have it on Game Pass. And I'm telling you, it's a phenomenal game so far. I didn't even finish it. I actually got to the first major boss and beat it, the cathedral boss. I won't say anything about that boss. But the point is that that's the first official major boss that might actually give you some type of problem in terms of difficulty. I think the game is very forgiving. It is the Dark Souls fix that I need, because they won't remaster Dark Souls 2. They won't do it for some reason. So Lies of P is basically Bloodborne mixed with what's the Chronos Before the Ashes mixed with Remnant in terms of atmosphere. The gameplay still feels as fast as Bloodborne in my opinion. The enemies are punishing and not forgiving if you fight certain ones, but it is fair. I'll give it that. So check that out. Anyway, I'm going to look at some more of these titles. We have Indiana Jones. I won't even waste my time with that trash. Project Kestrel. We don't know what that is so far. Project Platinum. I'm not sure. Vaguely named licensed IP game. So outside of that, the only games I care about is Elder Scrolls 6, of course. Obviously, that's the most important game out there. This is actually the list right here of games. So I don't know what this means in terms of that fiscal year. I don't know what that is. But Starfield, we already know. Elder Scrolls Online expansion. Redfall, Doom Eternal, cool. Project Worlds, Fallout 76. I would never play that. Project Hibiki, Project Ubu, Project Wanderer. I don't care about any of those games right there. So Doom Eternal, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Let's skip to fiscal year 22E. Again, I'm assuming it means fiscal year they're talking about. Elder Scrolls Online expansion, 3 planned titles, Oblivion Remaster. Yes, Oblivion Remaster is cool. I am definitely waiting for that. I will be buying that game day one with even all the bugs, because I am an Oblivion fan, and I know that the fan base in the modding community will fix any issue Bethesda do, that they never finish their games. We have Doom Year 1 in 2023, the fiscal year 23. I'm waiting for that. I'm probably saying that wrong, fiscal year, but... Oh, fiscal year. Okay, cool. So I am correct about that. Project Platinum, don't care. I mean, if it's good, it's good. I would definitely try it out, especially if you have Game Pass. It's no harm downloading something. And if I don't like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Now, this is the important one right here that everyone's waiting for, I'm pretty sure. Fiscal year 24E. The only thing I see in here, I don't care about any of these games. Unless they release something that we do care about, we have Fallout Remaster. I'm going to be honest with you. I am not concerned about Fallout Remaster. I know some people will say, we'll sleep on that. It looks like an amazing game. Don't get me wrong. What I mean by that is Fallout 3, I have played that game before. I've also played Fallout 4. So I would imagine that Fallout 3 would still have up-to-date gameplay similar in gunplay like Starfield or Fallout 4. I would assume that more up-to-date graphics, that they remastered the whole game, probably remastered dialogues, I would hope. I'm sure they remastered towns and things like that. I would hope they would add more story quests, because these are games that are going to last for like a decade. You got to understand that I don't want to just see a remaster and have the same crappy dialogue. You guys really got to do a really good job of these remasters, because there's going to be such a huge community adding towns, guns. I'm about to say planets. That's Starfield. New areas. That's what modders do, and they do a better job a lot of times than Bethesda. But the heavy hitter right here for me is going to be Elder Scrolls 6. I've been waiting for forever for this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have had Elder Scrolls on PS3. I had it on 360. I had it on Xbox One. I had it on. I didn't get it for PS4. I had it for PC, and PC at the time when they released the upgraded version. Let me just double check because I forget what the upgraded version of that game is called. You can't see my screen, but I'll let you guys know. What is it called? Elder Scrolls? Does it fall in E or does it fall in yeah, the Elder Scrolls Online and stuff like that. So I have the Elder Scrolls Special Edition. That was free if you had the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim on PC. They gave you that edition for free. So I like I said, I really do look forward to that. I look forward to be able to play Oblivion with a working controller without me having to map stuff. That would be amazing. I look forward to playing Morrowind, absolutely. Because I remember when I played Morrowind, this is the one thing I remember in Morrowind. I remember getting out of a sewer. I remember going to a town, right? And seeing a guy flying through the sky. He falls down and dies instantly. I guess he made some type of spell where he made like a super jumping traveling spell, but he wasn't able to land, so he died. I took all his clothes or whatever he had and put it on, took a spell, did a jump myself, and landed in water. I think I survived. I don't remember. But I was in a spot where I could not beat anything, so I restarted the game when I first came out and then played it normally. So I really look forward to that. I can't wait for a lot of these games to come out. I'm actually glad that Xbox bought Bethesda because you guys were lacking for a very long time in gaming. Like, it doesn't matter how great the hardware is. It doesn't matter how great you guys keep releasing new controllers. It doesn't matter if old controllers are more compatible with the new system. What matters in the gaming world are actual games. And I know a lot of people keep thinking that this online model of forcing subscriptions is the best way to go. Let me tell you, that's the furthest thing from the truth. If you know what's crazy? I'm not going to say this because if I say this idea, Bethesda might think about it. I will say it just for YouTube purposes. I'm surprised they don't have a subscription fee for the modding communities to be able to. They can get paid, and then there's some type of subscription fee where you pay a certain amount a month or year or whatever, and you're able to download all those mods that they allow people to make for Skyrim. Now, I'm not saying that's a good idea because it will probably take away from the creators themselves, but there is a lot of free content already. So let me just zip my mouth because they'll probably end up doing that. But I really look forward to these games. So with that being said, got nothing else to say. Like and subscribe like always. Check out Lies of P. I'm telling you guys, I was so surprised. Now, what I will say is if you do play that game, do not get the heavy weapon at first because it's treated like a rapier where it stabs, and a lot of the enemies are substantially faster than you, especially in the beginning. You need to be able to dodge. Blocking does work in the game, but if we're being honest here, it's not like there's shields. There's a arm that has a shield on it, but I'm not going to tell you anything about the game outside of it runs beautifully. I'm actually running it on a GTX 1660, I believe. I haven't had any lag. I haven't had any hiccups. The graphics look beautiful. I have it on higher settings, higher resolution. The game is phenomenal so far, and I don't use phenomenal often, but this got me my Dark Souls kicks. I'm between this and Moonscars. I'm playing both of them. I'm loving it. And Blasphemous 2. Let's not forget that one. And that's it. I'm rambling now. So anyway, like and subscribe like always, guys. And I will see y'all in the next video.